What's going on, Wolverine fans? Let's talk about today's game against Northwestern before we head into this stretch where the rubber meets the road for our Michigan Wolverines. Is going to be a very, very important next several weeks against some of the top teams. Before we get into our team, though, I just have to get into this hilarious topic, man. Penn State and Illinois. Penn State and Illinois. Penn State loses in a ninth overtime. It was so horrible to watch. I mean, it was terrible. I mean, good grief. Like I said, them losing, now they got to go up and face Ohio State. So they like I said, it's like, this is one of the teams that Michigan was supposed to be scared of, Penn State. After watching today, it pretty much confirmed that that Penn State to me is the fraud that I thought they are. Like I said, it's pivotal couple of weeks for us coming up. It's going to tell us a lot, obviously, really, really quick. We got to head to Sparty. Like I said, we got still face teams like the Maryland and the Penn State and then Ohio States and, things like that. So it's going to be interesting, man. It's really going to be interesting. This next game has so much around it. It's been a long time since we've played each other and in a game that has this type of, pull around it, man. And it's a beautiful thing. But Penn State and Illinois today was absolutely hilarious. Like I said, a low-scoring game that went into 9 overtimes. It was cringeworthy to watch that game, man. It was so bad. It was so bad. But on the flip side, our team today went ahead and took care of Northwestern. I felt like we should have blown them out even more. It was a couple of opportunities there. I feel like, we left some change on the table. The thing is, with Cade McNamara, it's, for me personally, I feel like he just, he doesn't turn the ball over. I'll give him that, granted, right? But the inaccuracy down the field continues. The ability to not, pull that ball from the running back. And I've seen so many situations where he had so much green in front of him if he just pulls that ball from the running back. But, him not having that ability. And then, of course, seeing J.J. McCarthy come in and do it and gain such a big chunk of yards, whenever he does it, it's like, come on, man. But we gotta stick with Cade for right now, until he proves us otherwise. We may not be exactly the happiest with some of his performances sometimes. Me being a Lions fan, I compare him to a guy like Jared Goff with the Rams without the turnovers. You know what I'm saying? It's without the turnovers. He doesn't turn the ball over, but, a lot of short yard passes, inaccuracy when you're throwing long balls down the field, always too high or something like that. Like I said, I don't even really want to compare him to Jared Goff. That's kind of, what I'm saying? So, but, at times I feel like it's opportunities that be down the field, man. He just can't get the ball to him in the right spots. So you got the running backs. Obviously, you got that running back tandem in the back with Lightning and Thunder with Corum and Haskins, but at the same time, you got a hell of a defense. You got the defense. So, yeah, we may not have that top go-to receiver right now, especially with Bell going out this season. But the opportunities are there. They are definitely there, man. We have some capable receivers, man. It's just getting that ball on them in great spots. Our receivers, given they could get a little bit more open on a consistent basis, but like I said, it just felt like we should have been beating them a lot more. And then to give up that 75-yard run to Bobby Boucher earlier, that was something else, man. That was all Michigan. They got a little too lax, and that boy took advantage of it, and he got out of there. 75 yards, man. And it ended up being the only time they scored. They should have been shut out. You know, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, Michigan got to be careful with Northwestern." This is not that team. You know, this is a different team. This is a different ball game. It's totally not the team that we've been accustomed to seeing over the last couple of years. So, you know, I get where people are coming from, but no, this is not the same situation. With that said, though, these next couple of games is going to tell us a lot. It's going to tell us a lot. Obviously, these are the you know, this is the stretch. You know, the stretch. We come back off of the bye week against Northwestern, which is a perfect team for us to do that. And we have to get ourselves back into that groove and keep rolling, keep the train rolling, man. A lot of scary games going on in college. A lot of teams losing to uncharacteristic opponents, unranked opponents. Michigan has done a good job of making sure that didn't happen. So we've had close games, the same as Michigan State had close games. So, like I said, this game is going to tell us a lot because at the end of the day, however you want to look at it, these are the cream of the crop teams that we have to face. All the other teams, you know, to go into Nebraska and win and, you know, yeah, all of that stuff is cute. But for Harbaugh and his era, you got to go and beat teams like Ohio State. You got to go and beat teams like the Spartans and make a message. You know what I'm saying? You got to, in order to solidify himself, he needs to go out and win these big games. And in order to do that, you got to put your team in the best situation to win. So, you know, how long will it be before you decide, hey, if McNamara is not doing enough, we just may go ahead and throw, you know, J.J. McCarthy in here, man. It's they've made it their business throughout the season to make sure that he gets in the game and get some reps. And so, you know, if you have to make that decision, you don't want to bring in a ice cold J.J. McCarthy that hasn't had any snaps. But J.J. is pretty confident. He's pretty confident. He's a five-star quarterback for a reason, man. And today he made a play that was absolutely amazing. You know, ran back about a good 15 yards and turned around and throw off his back foot across the opposite side of the field to not the opposite side of the field, but throw back to the tight end, man, to get the first down. And those are some of the type of wild plays we expect from J.J. McCarthy, man. I cannot wait until his tenure begins. But yeah, currently right now we have Cade, and Cade is going to get his opportunity. What will he do with it? We'll find out. Will he be that Jared Goff? Or will he step up and make his own name and be that McNamara and go out and beat these big teams? So that's where it lies with him. On the defensive side of the ball, you know, right now I'm currently watching Oregon for two players, obviously, and that's Kayvon Thibodeau and also Noah Sewell. Noah Sewell is Penei Sewell's brother. Plays linebacker for Oregon. So I'm watching him and I'm watching Kayvon simply because we have a team here in Michigan that has interest in those guys. And, you know, Brad Holmes of the Detroit Lions is there at that game. But I made a tweet earlier on Twitter, and I said that I feel like Hutchinson is better than Thibodeau. And I got a response right away. Oh, you got to be joking, right? You know, this and that. No, I'm dead serious. So I respond, I'm dead serious to multiple people. And I waited for them, because it was a trap tweet. I waited for them to tell me why they think Thibodeau is better than Hutchinson. Explain to me why, what separates them by so much of a margin that it has to be a joke for Hutchinson to be better than Thibodeau. I have yet to receive a response. It has been an hour and a half later. So as I was saying, yeah, I have not got a response yet, a clear-cut response from anybody. You got to do, when I put tweets out and I get responses, you got to be a person that, you know, at least watches football to respond to my tweets. If you don't watch football, I really don't want to hear it. You can't be a person that go and run and jump to some website and pull up some stats. That's not going to work. You can't go and get Mel Kiper's latest updated draft board. That's not going to work. You got to tell me why he's better than Hutchinson, hands down. That's what I needed. And I have yet to get it. I haven't even got a response, period. So, you know, that type of thing. You know, Brad Holmes is in and across the country watching Oregon, and why are we not in our backyard? Why are we not in our backyard? We got the Thibodeaux right here in the Dax Hills, and you should be sending your scouting team out there, and Brad Holmes, you should be here at Michigan. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, so I'm watching. I watch the other games just for specific guys that our teams may be interested in here in Michigan, being a Detroit Lions. So today I put that tweet out purposely because Hutchinson, he constantly gets held. It constantly gets held. He's constantly being double teamed, but at the same time, Hutchinson, he plays in he's the type of end that I want for my Lions defense, for us Lions fans here. Kavion is not so much. Kavion is a guy that you play in a 3-4. I want the Lions to go away from what they've been doing. So Hutchinson is, he's bigger, stronger, but also fast. Also a freak, man. And like I said, his push and his abilities to me are just better. They're just better, man. Kavion, 2 question marks for me, his size when it comes to NFL type of talent. And also his injury history. We're a team here in Michigan that, experienced with the Detroit Lions. We experienced Ziggy Ansah coming into this league and just be injury prone. We experiencing Trey Flowers right now, who's also injury prone. If we're going to go and draft another guy that has injury issues or history, like we did with Kerryon Johnson years ago, I'm going to be pissed. I just want the Lions to look right here in our backyard and go take their behinds up to Ann Arbor and look at the talent that we have here. We went with Tease Tabor in a draft instead of looking right in our own backyard for Lewis. So it's like, come on. It's like, so I'm tired of Michigan being looked over when it comes to our teams here, man. And it needs to stop. So, but him being there, obviously, yeah, you gotta. He's the top ranked player at that position, but Hutchinson is right behind him. So it's like, it is what it is. We'll see what happens. But today's game was absolutely fun to watch, man. From Hutchinson himself to Ross being all over the field. Shout out to Ross, man. Oh, man. Like I said, it's multiple players on this defense that just made plays today. Big time plays, man. I mean, dude, Dawkins, oh, my God. You know what I'm saying? The interceptions, the playmaking, man. We did fumble the ball twice. One was, in garbage time. So, like I said, it's cool. It's cool. I'm not going to keep scratching at our turnover records. You know what I'm saying? We've been doing really good in that department. I want to keep it that way. So, garbage time stuff don't apply to me. Same thing that happened previously a couple weeks ago. So, it is what it is. But yeah, our defense, man, today was absolutely vicious. And they did their thing, man. Northwestern couldn't do it. Besides that one blown play, Northwestern obviously couldn't do anything with us, man. They couldn't do nothing with our defense. And that's the difference maker that I'm going to rock with when it comes to us going up against, say, per se, a team like Michigan State, because after I watched what that Indiana defense did with Michigan State and Walker, I mean, like I said, our defense, even though it's the game, for us, it's the Paul Bunyan game. But at the same time, our defense is vicious, man. This is not Don Brown defense. This is not a defense that just run man, and has no answers. We've seen that when Michigan played Ohio State. So this is a different situation, total different situation. And like I said, we have some absolute studs, man, that can do multiple things on our defense. And I just believe it's going to be different this time. Now, we need to get ourselves prepared for next week. Obviously, it's going to be one of the biggest games of the year. I'll be dropping a preview video for that, so y'all can look forward to that. But, I am going to be going back to watch this Michigan game once again. and going over a few things, man, so we can go ahead and probably do a live stream that day before the game. It's going to be an early morning live stream if I do decide to do it. And I want to go over a few things with, some of the Michigan fans out there, because I never really did a live stream for Michigan fans. And we have a humongous fan base. Humongous fan base. So, yeah, probably going to do that. Just wanted to let you guys know. But let me know in the comments what you guys think about the upcoming games, man. How do you think we fare against the Spartans and, these upcoming teams and the Penn States, Marylands, and the Ohio States? I want to know what you guys think about us going forward. Are you confident? Do you want to see us switch at the quarterback position? Like I said, watching Penn State give up all of those yards on the ground today it just made me just lick my chops today. You know what I'm saying? So what do you guys think, man? What do you think we can do to beat some of these teams? Where we got to be better at? I know a lot of people probably are going to say, we need to make the quarterback switch. I just know that's a given is coming, but we probably not going to do that. So, how long would it be before that switch is made? If things don't go right, we'll see. But I'm interested to know what you guys think. So leave that in the comments, man. And I'm looking forward to talking to you guys and having some good discourse. So it's your boy King, man. This has been the Michigan Wolverines review versus Northwestern. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Y'all be safe. Have a blessed day.